Yeah, I hope you have seen the video that I have uploaded yesterday, so that today we can do much more interactions. Again, I am going to discuss the same thing, okay? And again, briefly, but you better to so raise your questions, okay? Now, we had binomial distribution, am I right? When we say distribution, first we choose some random variable. Then again, we define probability as a function of that random variable, or probability of finding that random variable as outcome of our experiment, isn't it? And then using that probability, we can calculate any average values. That is our whole idea, isn't it? Calculating average values, that's quite important part. Yeah, any questions? Let me quickly take one problem here. Again, application of binomial distribution. Problem number 1.2, okay, from Reeve. I hope you have done 1.1 and he gave sufficient explanation in the book. Yeah. Consider a game in which 6 true dice are rolled. 6 dice are rolled, okay, once. 6 dice are rolled once, okay. Find the probability of obtaining exactly one ace, at least one ace, exactly two ace. Now, one thing you should understand before getting into this problem is again read first chapter. Okay, 1.2 means 1 means first chapter. Yeah, the very basic thing that you have to grab here is tossing two coin once is equivalent to tossing one coin two times. If you suppose if you grab that idea, again that's what we do after even our random walk problem also we did the same interpretation, am I right? We have taken one single person who is doing random walk, then we have converted that one into many person who does random walk at once, isn't it? So that is our idea, how we apply the whole story, okay? So that's why, so he has taken 6 dice which are rolled once, okay? 6 dice taken together and they are rolled once. But you can take that is equivalent to 1 dice which is thrown 6 times, okay? Again repetitive, again whatever we have, okay? Now he is talking about probability of obtaining ace or not, isn't it? Look at the question. Find the probability of obtaining exactly one ace, at least one ace, exactly two ace. Okay, ace means 1, am I right? Yeah. Again, so he is talking about occurrence of ace or non-occurrence of ace. He is not talking about all 6. Again, when you throw a dice, again definitely you got 6 possibility. But he is not talking about all 6 possibility. He is talking about occurrence of ace or non-occurrence of ace, isn't it? That's why again you can apply binomial distribution for this case, okay? And again you can take it as total number of trial equal to 6, because throwing one dice 6 times, that's equal to again, so throwing what you call one dice 6 times is equal to, so throwing 6 dice once, is that okay? Both are equivalent. So when you throw die repetitively, what you do, you do some what you call like this and then you throw it, isn't it? Again you want to make next one very fresh. You will not go and keep it like this, isn't it? Anyhow, so that's why everything is fresh here. Again, each and every what you call so whatever the throw you have done, that will again unbiased, isn't it? We call it as unbiased. All of 6 what you call faces of the dice, so those are all equally probable. So that's how we take care, isn't it? Yeah. Now throwing one dice 6 times is equal to throwing 6 dice once, so that I can apply again my binomial distribution. How I got that I can apply binomial distribution? He is talking about occurrence or non-occurrence of ace, isn't it? In the question it is occurrence or non-occurrence of ace. That's what he is talking about, isn't it? So, whenever we have this kind of situation, we can apply binomial distribution, isn't it? Now, if you throw, so take one throw, isn't it? That's how we define, and then we take it as a repetitive trial and we apply, isn't it? If you take one throw, what is the probability of occurrence of A's? I should not write P of 1, okay? Occurrence, I will call it as P. What is the probability of occurrence of A's? That's 1 by 6. What is the probability of non-occurrence of A's? That's equal to 5 by 6, isn't it? Now, after n trial, out of n trial, n1 to be A's, isn't it? That's equal to nc n1, p raised to n1, q raised to n minus n1. That's how we write, am I right? Now, after 6 trial, again now we should see the question. So, part A of the question, what is the probability of getting exactly 1 A's? After 6 trial, probability of getting only 1 A's, that's equal to 6c1 p raised to n1, 1 by 6 raised to, what is n1? That's equal to 1, and 5 by 6 raised to, what you call, other power 5, am I right? 6 minus 1, that's equal to 5. Isn't it? I hope you have done this one. And again, I think what is 6c1? 6. 6c1 is 6, am I right? I think you can deal with this one. So, that's quite time consuming. Yeah, 5 by 6 power 5. Again, this 6 got cancelled. That's equal to 5 by 6 whole power 5. Is that okay? Part B of the question. Again, you can have some other approach. I think in a book he may be talking about something else, but let me do in my way, okay? Now, next one is, what is the probability of getting at least 1 A's? Probability of getting at least 1 A's means probability of getting 1 A's plus probability of getting 2 A's, isn't it? Plus and so on, probability of getting all are A's, am I right? This is probability of getting at least 1 A's. Now, what we do? We add and subtract, isn't it? We again, what is missing here? What is missing here? So, this is the required probability for part B, okay? Now, I am going to add P6 of 0 and I am going to subtract P6 of 0, isn't it? Now, what is this one? No, this is total probability. Probability of getting 0s, 1s, 2s, 6s, am I right? You should get any one of these, any one of these possibility. This is equal to 1, that's equal to 1 minus P6 of 0. Try to apply that binomial thing, okay? 1 minus P6 of 0. Or you can take it as probability of getting at least 1 A's, okay? That's equal to 1 minus probability of getting no A's, isn't it? 1 minus, because probability of getting at least 1 A's plus probability of getting no A's, that should be equal to 1. At least 1 A's means 1 A's, 2 A's, 3 A's and so on up to 6 A's. This includes all of those probability, am I right? This thing, it includes all of those probability. So, that's why only one thing that is left, no A's, am I right? In the all possibility, only one thing left, that is no A's. That's why probability of at least 1 A's plus probability of no A's should be equal to 1. So, that probability of at least 1 A's I can write as 1 minus probability of getting no A's. Is that okay? So, that is what we have done, 1 minus after 6 trial 0 A's. Look at here, the same thing came here. But here I have used normalization factor, mathematical idea. Is that okay? I hope you can do this one, not a big deal. So, third one is exactly 2A's. That again, our binomial distribution can give any of this, isn't it? C part, again, after 6 trial, okay? getting exactly 2 A's, that's equal to 6C2 P means 1 by 6 raised to 2, 5 by 6 raised to 4 plus 2 6, am I right? You can just evaluate this one. I hope you got the idea how to apply this one. Ultimately that does matter for our exam. Okay. Yeah, again other problem, let me take it in some other class, or you try to grab it from his solution manual. Is that okay? Yeah. Now, let me quickly, so any question here quickly? Again, let me quickly take you through random walk problem. I hope you have already seen the last lecture. Okay. So, have I done this one in the last lecture? No, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Anyone who haven't watched that video last lecture? Again, I think he might have, yeah, he has taken permutation. Probability of A's for one of the dice into probability of other dice do not show A's. Again, he has taken event, that's a good idea, okay, to discuss solution manual way. Again, the same problem. What he has done is, you have thrown 6 dice, am I right? Again, it's a 6 event. You can use again this one, first event and second event and third event, like that, isn't it? Those events are separated by and. Whenever and comes, you can multiply the probabilities. Okay. You need exact, again first part of the question, you need exactly one A's, am I right? So you have event 1 and event 2 and so on to event 6, isn't it? Now again, so in any one of these event, you should get 1 A's. Again, I'm trying to get the probability of getting exactly 1 A's. Okay. So to get probability of only 1 A's, so in any one of the event, you should get 1 A's, isn't it? And in all other, you should not get any A's. Then only in the total you will get only 1 A's. Am I right? So that's why what he's saying, again, maybe event 1, event 2, or whatever. Okay. So multiply with the probability of getting A's. Is that okay? Multiply with the probability of getting A's, and so rest of them should be, again, rest of 5 trials, those should be corresponds to probability of not getting A's. Am I right? So then only you get only 1 A's. I'm trying to find probability of getting only 1 A's. So that's why again I can multiply with 5 by 6. 5 by 6 is the probability of not getting A's raised to 5. Isn't it? You should multiply with permutation. Again, you may get first one A's or second one A's, third one A's. There is lot of ways of getting 1 A's, rest of all non A's, isn't it? You have lot of possibility. What is that possibility? That possibility, I think, again, that's how to say, out of n, 1 is of one type, rest of all are other type. Are you getting my point? Again, out of n object, n1 objects are one type, n2 objects are other type. Permutation with repetition, isn't it? Out of 6 trials, okay, so one trial is of one type, that means A's, other trials are of other type. This is the permutation, because the A's you may get in the first one or second one or sixth one, am I right? You have this many possibility. What is the possibility? Look at here, what is that number? That number is again 6 actually. 6 into 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial, 1 by 6 into 5 by 6 raised to 5. Okay. Again, so don't cancel out this one. Look at here, that number of possibility is 6. That means you can get A's in the first event, or second event or third event like that. Is that okay? Permutation with repetition. I hope you have done those classes. Those are quite important. We apply this permutation with repetition several times. And actually, in the beginning of random walk problem, Reef actually argued that one. Okay, he hasn't taken binomial distribution. Usually, while discussing the theory, I'll directly take binomial distribution and I apply that one. Okay, Reef have derived on this kind of basis. Exactly on the same basis, Reef derived binomial distribution actually. Okay, just check it out. Again, I have just applied that one because anyway we need to solve some pure mathematical question. Yeah, this is the same binomial formula, am I right? Because this turns out to be this n factorial divided by n1 factorial n minus n1 factorial, am I right? Because n1 plus n2 is equal to capital N. That's again our binomial coefficient. Okay. So that's why try to apply binomial theorem. That's the idea. So try to directly apply binomial theorem. That would be quite easy to apply. Now, again, so there are some more questions. Try to grab them, but before that, we shall quickly go through random walk problem. Okay, and let me make it brief because since you have already seen that lecture. Yeah, 6C1 again 6C1 he is talking about that part, am I right? 6 factorial divided by 1 factorial 5 factorial. Number of possible ways of choosing 1 out of 6, sorry, number of possible, yeah, you can take choice, am I right? 6C1 number of possible ways of choosing 1 choice, you can call it as a choice, it's not an arrangement, is that okay? So that is 6 actually.